Welcome, and thank you so much for being a part of this experience tonight. Resurface is a not-for-profit that is based in Bournemouth. We run on the seafront, and we create life experiences by combining passion and purpose together. We offer a restorative lifestyle program for people within our local community by increasing accessibility to surfing, yoga, and social events that we run throughout the year. We have a research team that is committed to building an evidence base for us, but our personal experiences of being within Resurface has shown us that the impact we're having is changing lives. Tonight I'd like us to all think about what type of world we're living in at the moment, which is very strange and very different and can be very difficult. But also I'd like to invite you to look at this as an opportunity to really allow yourself to slow down, to allow yourself to create something, and to take stock and practice gratitude for your health and for your loved ones. Thank you so much again for being a part of tonight, and thank you so much for sharing this experience with us.
So Resurface has been running for a number of years now, and it's been such an amazing experience for me, and I just want to thank all of the members who have been some of the most friendly, caring and genuine people I've ever met, and the community's been such a non-judgmental community, and that's all down to the members. So huge thank you, and also a huge thank you to the stakeholders involved who have supported us and made everything that Resurface do possible. You know who you are. So this experience of course was meant to be a physical event at Otto House, and it's a shame you couldn't do that, but I think George and Charlotte, who have created this amazing multimedia exhibition, have done such an amazing job. It's really quite special and unique, and I think you'll find it quite a meditative and mindful experience. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy that. For the Resurface members that we sent gift packs in the post, you've got lots of things in there, and some incense that you can burn, a little tea light, some biscuits and some yogi tea, and hopefully that just makes this event that much more immersive and makes you get a taste of what it would have been if we actually were all together. But yeah, a huge thank you to George and Charlotte for allowing Resurface the opportunity to show the world a flavour of what it is that we do, so that more people can get involved in the future. So yeah, thank you. I really hope you enjoy the show.
Now adjust the sound volume. That's all. When this bell system seal fades out, shut off the projector. Everything will be properly set for your show to begin.
Hello and welcome to A Third Place. Thank you for tuning in.
We are George and Charlotte, and this is our final year graduate project exhibition. What should have been a physical installation is now a virtual reality, and one we hope you'll enjoy all the same.
This evening, you'll see a variety of multimedia, including 5 podcast interviews, a docu-film, a surreal projection, and a picture slideshow created for Resurface.
Resurface is a therapeutic surf, yoga, cold water and social community offering a lifestyle activity referral course and club accessible for people looking to improve their mental well-being and quality of life, enriched through their passion for adventure, mindfulness and shared experiences.
Please feel free to interact and chat in the comments section throughout the duration. The first element being shown tonight is 2 of our 5 podcast interviews, focusing on the intimate participant experience. The audio is accompanied by medium format portraits of each individual. The podcasts feature original poetry by Natasha Luchford and music by John Magson.
So, sit back, relax, and escape.
Step in the morn, with the world I yawn, the moon staring as if to tell me, be patient, for I am teaching you of the tide. I'm Caleb, I'm 24 years old, I'm a master's student studying international accounting and finance, and this is my 5th year here at uni. I think I like to do in my spare time what most students like to do, like go out, be around your friends. I'm quite sporty, so I take part in quite a lot of sports. Play football, I go to the gym. Living in Bournemouth, I like to go to the beach quite a lot. Just anything really surrounding my friends. Found out about Resurface in my 2nd year of uni, and from then on I kind of have never looked back. Once you're out there, you don't really think about anything else rather than kind of like not falling into water, not drowning. The technique of surfing, at first it's quite daunting, but then once you get used to it, it's actually quite easy. But I'm not really too sure what runs through my mind whilst I'm surfing. I think that's kind of the point of it. Like, you don't really think of anything. You kind of out there and focus on what you're trying to achieve rather than about what goes on elsewhere. I mean, every time I've come to surf, I haven't thought about anything before or afterwards. It kind of takes your mind off things, and even coming out, you're surrounded by other people, so there's much space for it. Feels quite horrible waking up early to get up to Rise and Conquer, actually. Waking up early is never easy, but then once you're out there, it kind of wakes you up, freshens you up, gets you ready for the day. But then once you're in the water, you feel that quick shock, but then once the quick shock goes, you're quite at ease. I think it's definitely motivated me to do a lot more than I could before. I used to kind of let the day come and kind of figure out what I wanted to do on the day. But now I feel like I'm more prepared. I look forward to things more, and I try to organise my things a little bit better. I don't let things get to me as easily as I used to before. I feel quite at ease being at Resurface. I know that everyone who joins Resurface joins for some sort of reason. When you're there, everyone's quite easy with you, everyone's quite friendly with you, no one really judges or says anything. The surf trip was quite nice because you get to do something you usually wouldn't do. You do get closer to the people you go with, and you get to know people on a much deeper level. I mean, you go clubbing, there's a lot of drinking involved, you can't really talk to each other. It's different because you do activities you wouldn't do on a normal day-to-day basis, so I think it's definitely got a lot of people closer than before. When I started, I felt like I was quite on top of uni, but then starting Resurface, you realise that maybe you're not where you actually think you are, and that there's always ways to improve. And since I've joined, I felt physically better and mentally a lot stronger as well.
Frost bites the peak, hands of glory stiffened, then warmed by humble sun, teaching us the most important lesson. Remember to listen with patient love, and Mother Earth will kindle your spirit. My name is Elisabet, and I am a first-year law student, and I'm originally from Iceland, and I came to Bournemouth just to more opportunities for the future. In my spare time, I like to be with my friends, and I also just like to be by myself and just watch some TV and just relax. I heard about Resurface on Instagram, looked further into it and went into the websites and read everything about it there, and then I emailed Resurface, and that's how I became part of it. It was a well-being one. That was what I wanted, to like just be around people that feel the same way as I feel. I like being outdoors, but I have to have something to do, just like go on the beach or like go on a hike or go on a walk. So waking up early for me is a bit hard, but I've done Rise and Conquer and I was really productive the whole day after that one, and it's like helped waking up earlier the next day, and it's like the week after was really, really good. So when I'm in the water, it's like I am frightened of the ocean, but when I went into the water then, it was just like, because it was so cold, that was the only thing I was thinking about. Yeah, it helped. It's like being a group of people and not going alone. It definitely helps me begin the day. Yoga makes me feel relaxed, and just like it's nice to start the week off in yoga and just like get everything out and just open up for new things. Being a part of Resurface has helped me, and it's just like open up more opportunities, and I've made new friends, and it's just like it's a bit of like having a family where I don't have any family, and it's really nice just like to have these people around me when I'm kind of alone in this country. I'm looking forward to surfing. I hope I won't be frightened of the ocean then. I'll probably be thinking about how to do surfing more than the ocean. Yeah, it has helped me be motivated. It's just like new opportunities, and that helps me be productive throughout the week. So it's really nice to have the opportunity to be with friends and not like having the pressure to like drink alcohol. So it's like really nice to just like sit and talk and meet new people instead of the university culture of going out. Resurface is quite unique for me because I've never heard of like a club like this is that takes on well-being as well.
You will now see our docu-film investigating the notion of a third place, exploring participant experiences and the core values of Resurface as a whole. Isolation, obstacles, discomfort, worry, fears. It's all around us, within all of us. It can be solitary, every day. It's overwhelming, unavoidable. We can be consumed by the complexities and distractions of life, technology, our appearances, social norms, drinking cultures, just trying to fit in. We can be absorbed by the past, unable to let go, fearful of our future and incapable of feeling free. How often are we truly present? It's so easy to be drawn into suppressing our authentic selves and unknowingly settle for less than who we are. Humans need more, a purpose, an identity, a place to call home, somewhere to feel comfortable, to feel safe, to be accepted. There is a world out there filled with possibility. Stay optimistic, Think about what's around you. Let's live for more. Shape our minds, connect with nature, experience its immensity. Explore deeper, adventure further, experience kindness, be mindful, care for others, care for ourselves. It all starts here. Our soul craves friendship, social unity, a sense of belonging, laughter, camaraderie. Our mind longs for harmony, stillness, and serenity. Humans need a social environment where they can be present and connect without judgment and without prejudice. We all need to feel an authentic sense of place. Where is our third place? How can we set the anchors of our social life?
A third place is a communal surrounding separate from the usual social environments of home and the workplace. A third place is where you relax, where you encounter familiar faces and make new friends. Here you can foster a broader, more creative interaction. There is no obligation, you're not tied down, but free to come and go. Social status does not matter here. There are no prerequisites or requirements that prevent acceptance or participation. A third place is wholesome, never snobby or pretentious, but accepting of all types of people from all walks of life. There is no hostility. A piece of you is rooted in this space. It's here that you are rejuvenated.
Resurface is our world. We surf, we experience adventure, excitement, fear, accomplishment, the ocean, its power. It's here that our problems are left on the sand as we wash our thoughts of outside influence and reconnect as a group. Practice yoga. Learn to breathe deeply, intuitively, as we focus and flow through the motion. Here we can reunite with our minds and bodies and learn to let go. We socialise, creating tight bonds with one another. And we take care of our environment, ensuring we leave only footprints. And we rise and conquer. That feeling of cold water on our skin, the fire at our feet, and food in our bellies. Here we are immersed in Mother Nature and undertaking something truly unique. At Resurface, we unite as one.
We're so grateful for the opportunities that are right on our doorstep. During times of uncertainty, we can look to this community to provide us with hope and fulfillment.
The energy and drive, it fuels our passion. This escape encourages us to reach for more, testing us constantly, but giving us the greatest rewards.
Our third place is here. It's now. This is a culture. This is my life. This is where I take control. We stay motivated and persevere. It may not always be easy, but it's worth it. So worth it. Next up are two more of our podcast interviews.
Remember to breathe, and the world will slow to a symbiotic rhythm. Breathe, and you'll have no need for the electric buzz in your ears, as the bird symphony will pierce the veil of modernity. Remember to breathe, and the world will slow. Blurring the desperation of mind, my ears can detect the sound of a roaring sea and the rush of cars hustling by. Outside of Resurface, I'm a third year and I do archaeology at Bournemouth. In my spare time, I like to go and volunteer at Stonehenge. It's run by the English Heritage and I'd quite like to work for them. And I find that really rewarding because you talk to different people from all different aspects of life. I also like to go surfing with my dad every now and then. My dad taught me to surf, and my brother actually, so going surfing with him is a way of connecting with him in a way that I wouldn't otherwise. For example, my mum has social media, so we'll connect over Instagram and she'll see my posts, but my dad doesn't have social media, so when we go surfing it's just me and him, and it's a nice way to bond over something we both enjoy. Surfing makes me feel free, when you're in the sea and it's just, all you can see is just water and you just really relax. It just makes me feel in that moment I'm really calm and focused. When I'm surfing, I actually don't think about that much. It's more in that moment. You're very in the moment and you're waiting for a wave, or you'll have a conversation with a friend you're surfing with. You're more just focused on being present. You're not worried about anything. For me, it's very calming. Surfing for me is a form of escape. It's something
So I do like with my family, with friends. It's a way to sort of get out of my life and just be. I think surfing has impacted me at uni, and especially with Resurface, because you all go out and it's very like sort of boundaries are broken down. It's a way of like having a social interaction but without the whole sort of thing of like pressures of uni life. I actually hate getting up early. I used to do a paper round and it was getting up at 5 was like disgusting. But once you get in the sea, it's just, it's all worth it. I think yoga especially, I have a sort of love-hate relationship with. I have to drag myself to the class, but once I'm there, I find it really relaxing. It sort of pushes me and motivates me, and it's a way of just sort of unwinding. I would say being part of the Resurface community is really rewarding. I've met lots of people that I get on really well with, and it's nice to have that connection with people you might not otherwise see or in uni. So to go somewhere different and do different things with different people that I might not otherwise be friends with is really nice. I'm part of the committee for British Sign Language, which my friend runs at uni. I'm part of that society. I think Resurface is more rewarding because it's not like having to learn like a new language. It's actually quite tiring, whereas Resurface is a place to relax and be yourself.
All is undone in waking, and we must start over and over, a curse, a moon wailing, to poke a needle in the eye and part the skies for a clearer mind. Okay, so my name's Erlina. I'm 22. I've just qualified as a personal trainer. I've lived in Bournemouth my entire life, so grown up by the sea. Love walking down the beach, going on dog walks, just being outside in general. It's just good for you. So obviously, like, growing up in Bournemouth, like, I spent my childhood down the beach. I guess I did more bodyboarding and that kind of stuff. So I have experience in the water, but never, necessarily surfing as such, but I've got more into it now because of Resurface. I found out about Resurface through Facebook. I think it was the Rise and Conquer I first saw. So I went to that and obviously met Sam. And then he told me about Resurface and that they do surfing and yoga, and then I basically kind of just appeared out of nowhere and started joining. I think it just makes me feel very free. It's completely calming and you kind of forget about your day-to-day stresses and worries of life. Surfing definitely provides me with escapism because all you're focusing on is either catching a wave, try not to get wiped out by a wave, or you just don't think about anything. I am an early riser, but obviously it's super early. I do love getting in the sea at that time though, because it kind of makes you feel like you've accomplished something at the very start of your day already. So it kind of sets you up for a positive rest of your day. Resurface has definitely helped my motivation because there's been times where obviously you don't really want to leave the house or you don't want to get out of bed. But if you know you've got to go to yoga or you've committed to going surfing and going in the sea, then it just pushes you on days where you don't really feel like you want to do anything. I love being part of the Resurface community because it feels like a little family. You kind of turn up not really knowing anyone, but everyone's in the same position, so you all just kind of get along. No one judges each other, which is obviously in this day and age quite a big deal because you're judged for everything and everything like you do. So yeah, I love it. It's like a little family. I think it gets people out there that, especially people that have anxiety or don't really have many friends or don't really have a hobby. It's pushing people to go out of their comfort zones. Like it definitely pushed me to go out of my comfort zone. Definitely recommend people going to do it just because it gives you a bit of a breather. So if you're a bit overwhelmed by studies or work life or anything, like it just gives you a chance to just reassess and evaluate where you are in your life.
You will now experience a surreal video, originally intended to be a projected installation exploring the themes of identity, featuring a monologue by Daniel Edmund, paired with a cleansing sound bath by Healing Vibrations Media.
Our understanding of who we are shapes so much of our view on ourselves and others, and even the world around us. Our identity plays such a massive role in the lives that we live and the interactions that we have with other people. But for so many of us, identity is a challenging thing to understand, overcome, and realize for ourselves. Identity is the core of who we are, the essence of our very being. Some say it's becoming, but I would say it's unbecoming. Unbecoming the things that we thought we were to be more of who we actually are. Unbecoming the things that people speak about us, to speak new life into a better future for ourselves. In essence, identity is like an anchor. A ship with a strong anchor, and the waves of life may come, and the boat may rock from side to side. You will only ever go so far. With that strong anchor, as soon as the storms clear, you will regain balance. I remember trying to find out who I was at 18, not knowing who I was and trying to find myself. I was looking for someone to inspire me. I was looking for someone to look up to. I was looking for someone to show me the way. And as I moved on, further along in this journey, I realized that person was never going to exist. But at the same time, I realized that person was always there. That person was me. I was looking for myself the whole time. We're all looking for ourselves. We are the ones we've been looking for. We are enough.
And finally, the last of our podcast interviews.
Oh, the magpie still searches for her lover, and stability can be found in the weightlessness of water. Each bird and tree and whisper reminders to us from goddess and god not to muffle out the synchronicity of their lessons. Doubt like tarot cards to guide us. Okay, hello, my name is Joe Lomax. I'm 22 and I'm doing a final year degree in film. In my spare time, I really enjoy getting out and just kind of socializing with people. Sometimes taking some points of reflection for myself, where I might just like play guitar or go for a surf, go climbing, something like that. I like to just kind of disconnect from the creativity for a little bit and just do something a bit more practical. Before I started Resurface, I did have a lot of experience with outdoor stuff. I used to volunteer with young carers quite a bit, so that kind of gave me that experience. In terms of like surfing and Rise and Conquers and all this other kind of stuff, and the yoga, I didn't really have much experience around that. Getting in the water or surfing it's such a weird kind of feeling, but in the best way possible when I say that, because it really kind of gets under your skin and like gets into the bones, and it really just energizes you. I can hop in for a surf and only be in the water for an hour, but I'll come out feeling literally the most buzz I've ever felt in ages, and I can just go have another productive day and just feel good about myself. When I'm surfing, I don't really know what I'm thinking about, actually. I think I'm just so present. For me, like, surfing is just kind of having that trust in yourself and your trust in that very moment, because you're relying on the kinetic energy from the wave to just take you back to shore, and because you have nothing else with you, it's just kind of you enjoying it. I like to kind of stare at the horizon though and just enjoy it all and just soak it up and be like, wow, this is awesome. Surfing definitely provides me with a form of escapism. I think it's amazing how much it can help you actually focus again as well. I think taking a moment out to go surfing and then hop back into it actually helps me so much more than if I just tried to power through and carry on with all that work. Resurface as a whole has definitely helped a bunch with my studies. I think not only does it kind of give you a nice community feel, which I think even though university has quite a nice culture of being social, it can be also weirdly isolating. So I think Resurface kind of helps provide like a weird platform. I say weird, but I think it's just because it's so new, where everybody comes along and it just feels like there's no inhibitions. Everyone's just kind of there for the same thing. And the activities definitely give me a lot more motivation, in the sense that the yoga can just kind of help calm you down. I love doing yoga at the end of the week now, because it just helps me get ready for the start of the next week and getting busy again. And then the surfing, as I said, just is a great way of keeping yourself energized, but also taking that moment out can help you come back and tackle whatever problem you have with a lot more of a clear mind. To be a part of the Resurface community is actually amazing. It's so refreshing to meet so many individuals that, although on paper you guys might seem like polar opposites, you guys are connected by one thing, and that is that you guys are having that searching to overcome what it is that is causing you whatever anxiety or depression that you're feeling, but you don't have to talk about it. It's kind of like this unspoken truth that we all know what we're here for, and we're just kind of enjoying it and enjoying each other's company. And it's a very unique experience that I think you can only get from this. I don't think I'll be able to find it anywhere else. Rise and Conquers are one of my favourite things, by far. I think it really helps with thought challenging, which is a thing that I learned to help with anxiety, where if you're feeling really nervous about something, if you're feeling really anxious about something, I can sit there and just kind of go, well, actually, I got up at 6 a.m. and jumped into the ocean and I'm fine. I can get through this. And it's a really good way of kind of just getting you out of that anxiety trap, as I like to call it, and get you back on kind of that present tense mind thinking that allows you to just really get out there and succeed.
Well, that's it. We hope you enjoyed our work and had a distraction from current events. We will be sending out a survey for you all to fill in, just so we can evaluate our work. We'd like to invite you all to comment in the chat one thing you are grateful for, whilst we take a moment to thank a few people.
First, Sam and Nico, and everyone in the Resurface team. Without you all, none of this would have been possible. We commend you for the fantastic work you do for the local community and hope the content will take this even further.
We'd like to thank the participants that came along for filming. Of course, we'd planned to film more over the last month, but due to circumstances we were unable to capture everyone. However, the time we did spend with all of the club members and participants was a pleasure. It was fantastic to be immersed in this world with you.
Thanks to John Magson for his incredible music throughout, and all the local people and businesses that were credited within the documentary.
A big thank you to Drew and Travis of Healing Vibrations Media for letting us use their original recordings, to Daniel Edmund and Jack Norman of Milk for Tea for the monologue, and Louis Callahan for his help and expertise with projection mapping.
Thank you to Caleb, Elisabet, Erlina, Tabby and Joe for being amazing interviewees. Thank you to Natasha Lutchford for the use of her poetry throughout, and Snap's photo services for developing and printing the portraits.
And finally, thanks to our supervisors, Richard and Karina, for all their help throughout. Thank you all for coming.